Welcome to part 6 of River City Ransom. We stopped by Skullmageddon's to get the golden cat statue. We could actually come here and get some food from him too. The Go-Go Soda and the Dorayaki will give you +1 special, while the Taiyaki and the Dango will give you +1 agility. Let's just be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I need all the food I could possibly get for this next fight. Oh, and it's full. Goodness. I am not at level 29 or let alone level 30 left yet, because if I'm at level 30 I'll be able to store about 10 items. But unfortunately that's not the case. So on that note, I broke the yo-yo and I could just beat these guys up and just go. I mean, I could use the experience, that's why I'm fighting them. Because the more experience I have, the closer I am to max level. And sometimes you need to be at max level to be able to stand a chance against the final boss. Because yes, the final boss of this game, well, not the true final boss, but the final boss of the game is actually pretty hard.
Stupid Kyoko, you're just a Joko. Hey, that rhymes. I know, that's why I said it. Please stop it. Or what, you're gonna cry? Of course she is, dumb baby. Look, she's already sniveling. Snivel, little snail, do it. Yo, what's the problem here? Mind your own business. Yeah, beat it, new girl. Sure thing. Did she just kick my head? More tell me. My beautiful head. Yeah, you better run. Get up, kid. What's your name? So cool. That's a weird name. I'm Misako.
That was a quick flashback of how the two girls met. Primarily, Misako had gotten into a fist fight with Hasabe and Mami after those two were practically bullying Kyoko. So that's probably why Kyoko and Misako do not like Hasabe and Mami, because they were practically bullies back in the day. Even though Mami got kidnapped in River City Ransom. Go figure. Alright, now it's time for us to go into this closed off space where there's a cliff with spikes there. Be careful, because you can fall through the floor. Again, this is an homage to Double Dragon 2, where there's spikes at the bottom. Fucking museum level. Anyway, yeah, somebody just fell off and there went all of your money in the process. So you gotta be careful when you're trying to beat up enemies. Your money will fall through the platform, and so will your enemies. So on that note, I just need to wait for them to get up, and I can just beat them down. Hopefully she drops some food. Alright, we just need one more, and oh, actually no, that's it. Go figure. Now we just need to clear the area and put the cat statue on.
Here's a golden cat for ya. Are we supposed
But first, we need to press X to do that. Hey, stop beating me up! Oh, right, I put the statue on. And this is where we get the eyelashes, yes. And that is a power-up that we can, actually no, it's an accessory that we can use in battle. I forgot what it does. But you do get that for putting the cat statue on, at least. We don't really need to fight these girls. In fact, we could just move on. I mean, while I'm trying to get the experience and whatnot, even though I just recently got 1,000. Oh, I remember now. I was hoping that one of them actually randomly dropped some food. That's why I'm fighting them. Yes, it's my playthrough. I'm not stealing from anybody else. But I am trying to get some food, so at least I'll have somewhat of a chance. And no food. Oh well. Let's just wing it. Hopefully we'll actually do really good. Because Hibari can be really tough. Especially since he spends most of the time in the air. That cutscene is not just for show, you know.
Nice entrance. Enjoy your gold cat or whatever.
It's a little banged up. It's also not real.
Heavy! It's not real heavy. Except it is, 'cause it's gold. Right, Kyoko?
Oh, that is correct. The offering is acceptable. What would you like designed? Can you do miniskirts?
Actually, we need information.
I don't do information. I do fashion. And you're wasting my time. Our boyfriends got kidnapped.
The guy in this photo is wearing one of your jackets.
So, find me someone in River City not wearing my fashion.
We aren't.
Ugh, I can see that.
Enough insults, we got your dumb cat. Now float down here and help us. I'm sick of this crappy cosplay spider stick. You look ridiculous.
She's just a little grumpy. Now, about that miniskirt. I have never in my life been spoken to as you just addressed me. You come into my den looking like high school hobos and lecture me on fashion?
I like fashion. Fashion is fun.
No, fashion is life, just not for you two.
Time for us to take down Hibari. Now, here's the thing about Hibari. Hibari will stay most of the time in air. You're gonna have to kick her down or trick her into using her needle that she'll eventually pull out and have it to ricochet off of the walls and on the floor to accidentally hit her. Or should I say purposely hit her. But whatever the case, she has an invincibility frame as soon as she pulls out that giant needle. You can beat her up as soon as she's on the ground. This is pretty much a puzzle boss in case you're wondering. And yeah, sorry for the voice crack there. She also has a wake-up attack after she gets stunned for a little bit and gets beat up a little while. But she rains down projectiles, as you can see. And more importantly, it's her projectiles that's the problem and not her as a person. She doesn't actually use physical contact. She does, however, summons Vespers, which are zombie versions of the schoolgirls that you face. And unfortunately, the only way you can befriend them is New Game Plus, because they'll sometimes randomly show up when you are loitering around in an area that you're not supposed to hang around. They'll just appear and you can just beat them up. Whatever the case, Hibari will eventually get mad and will continue her onslaught of firing projectiles and, more importantly, firing her needle. But once she gets to the second bar of her health, the pattern actually changed. Instead of raining down fireballs, she'll end up doing something even worse. Sending the thread that would actually take a good chunk of your health if you're not actually careful, and we're at that phase right now. And also, she has self-destructing pin cushions that look like Metroids. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you; these do look like Metroids. And by the way, her whole entire battle almost looked like an homage to Dracula from Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. And also, Aria of Sorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Because, yeah, I think that's with Soma Cruz. But be careful, though. She will spam a multi-directional attack. I mean, it looks almost identical to Dr. Wily's castle. No, Dr. Wily's final boss in Mega Man 8 and Mega Man 7. But still, you just gotta be careful when you're actually dealing with Hibari. By the way, upcoming, as soon as I actually do some damage to Hibari, Upload Studio ends up cutting out most of the battle that I've done for the second half of the bar, but she just repeats her entire pattern again. All she's just gonna do is keep doing this for the entirety of the time until we get to the third phase. Third phase is where it actually gets dangerous. But she also has the snake, and the snake projectile is actually the worst one of the bunch. As you saw, it could actually leave a trail of multiple hits, and that's no good. By the way, also, I did mention that it did cut out. It cut out right when it hit Hibari right in the behind. So I managed to pause, but I didn't actually show the animation of her getting hit by her own sword. We're almost at the third phase of the fight, so this is kind of a long one. I mean, this fight itself took about 3 minutes to do. I'm pretty sure somebody has done this better and with no damage. But I'm doing the best I can, and yeah, sometimes I have to get hit just to trigger something. And other times, well, I kinda don't. But that was a mistake on my part. Oh, and here comes the Toho train. Good lord. She had me hemmed up in the corner there. Yeah, I know, that was real stupid of me. But at the same vein, I was trying to get rid of those Metroids because they will seek out, latch onto you, and self-destruct. Yeah, I can't deal with Metroids. Well, at least the Metroids here just self-destruct. The actual Metroids just latch onto you until you die. That is a horrible thing, and the only way to kill those little bastards is ice weapons, basically. Oh god. Meanwhile, I'm being stabbed with a needle. Which, by the way, could be easily avoided if I wasn't being beat up by schoolgirls. Zombified schoolgirls, there it is. But 2 kicks from midair, he had to wall jump, by the way, and that will make Hibari finally fall down. We're almost at the end. We just gotta have 2 more hits. 2 more string of combos on her, and she'll be down for the count. And it'll come to a point where even when she's floating around, she will summon the thread once again, and the thread tripwire will activate even when you're trying to avoid the fireballs. So that is kind of a tough thing. Not kind of, it is pretty tough. You gotta catch her when she's not firing those balls, and when she's trying to rain the sword down on, should I say the pincushion. No, well, let me rephrase that again. Pincushion and pins down on her. Unfortunately, we'll have to go one more round because I wasn't able to take her down. Because, of course, she woke up before I could finish her off. But let me stop her from activating her moves. Come on. You're at height. You dropped from the high ground, so, I think it's time we finish this. Whew. And thank God, too, because those things were about to self-destruct. And they do a lot of damage when they do.
Oh, you're tougher than you look. And you can fly. Can you teach us how to do that? No.
We need information.
And a miniskirt. But I can come back for that. I don't know the man in your photo. But if your boyfriends were indeed kidnapped, you should head downtown.
To the slums? Ew! You're trying to say we belong in a dump.
Probably. But if anyone goes missing 9 times out of 10, they're taken downtown. There's a secret tunnel behind my factory that will lead you straight there.
Why do you have that?
Begone, fashion disasters!
Well, Hibari is defeated, and we're gonna have to go to downtown, but we end up getting the Frilly Bra, which, by the way, gives us 5% damage against females, 3,000 experience points, and $5,000. So that's a lot of money we just got. Oh, and by the way, there was a Sabu statue in this area. Yeah, I'm gonna actually make a video dedicated to it, so instead of me like pointing out, hey, there's a Sabu statue, you're gonna have to stop and watch where the Sabu statue is, I'm going to make a video specifically to find all the locations of the Sabu statues. As for the cats, I mean, they're not really mandatory, but if you find them, that actually is an achievement, by the way. So let's go on ahead and proceed further into the next screen. There's a cat right there. I've already gotten 8 of them. Actually, I think I have 6 of them, never mind. But it doesn't matter, we just need to beat up everybody in the vicinity. We're gonna have a lot of rooms where we have to beat up all the enemies. Obviously, because this is a beat 'em up. I mean, it would be redundant to have a game where you don't beat up people and just randomly go on side quests for no apparent reason. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Fighting Force. 2, not 1. One's the good one. Anyway, we just need to, at least break the lock so that way we could proceed further. But I'm gonna tell you, downtown is without a doubt the longest area in the game with one of the hardest bosses, and there's several fetch quests in that vicinity. So yeah, we're definitely gonna be in for one long stay in downtown. Although the ocean area is not that is actually not that great either, because that too is also a long stay. And by the way, there's a Sabu statue here too. But I'm going to end it here, and we're going to start our pursuit towards the kidnapper who may be kidnapping people, because of course Hibari said that people normally gets kidnapped in the alleyways of downtown. That would also mean we'll have to do a goat eye mission instead too. So I'll see you guys in part 6. Well, actually, this is part 6. Part 7, I mean, as our endeavors in downtown will continue next time on River City